Hello everybody, welcome to another wonderful episode of the WWE Talk featuring yours truly, The Punisher. So, let me go over a couple of things first. First off, Payback just happened this past Sunday and it was an okay show, I'll put it to you that way. One of the things is the Shield went over, which was awesome. A long, draggy match, which I felt could have been a lot shorter, but hey, I felt it went pretty well, so I had no complaints about it. I'm glad the Shield went over once again, as they should. Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, the last man standing match. To tell you the truth, I really wish Bray took the win in this case, because Cena, you've been over and over and over several times in WWE. You really need to let other wrestlers get a chance to climb to the top. I mean, Bray Wyatt needs to get his character over more and really prove himself as a heel, which he's done a pretty good job of it, but if they let Bray win this past Sunday, it would have been better for him. But knowing WWE, that's how their writing is. Well, whatever. So a funny thing that did happen on the pay-per-view that I thought that was pretty hysterical was when Stephanie McMahon had called out Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, asked them to surrender the title, but Daniel Bryan chose not to surrender the title, but instead Steph was almost going to fire Brie Bella, but Brie said, "No, I technically have the power, therefore I quit." And she slapped the crap out of Stephanie right across the face. That was pretty funny. I love that moment. And so, on to that matter, Stephanie McMahon had made the announcement the following night on Raw that if Daniel Bryan cannot compete at Money in the Bank, which I really hope he can, that the Money in the Bank match will be for the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time in WWE history. And John Cena came out in that whole thing and talked about his chance to become champion and all that blah blah blah, but then Steph put him in a match with Kane if Daniel Bryan cannot compete at Money in the Bank. We've seen this match a couple of times already, so why do we need deja vu? So, anyway, and then on the pay-per-view, Alicia Fox had another Foxy freak out where instead of throwing a temper tantrum at ringside, she told the crowd to silence! And then after a while, she just ran to the back like, it was a weird reaction, but just ran to the back like, screw everybody else, I'm out of here. So, anyway, on to a little bit about Total Divas. The whole thing with Total Divas and Nikki Bella and Brie Bella's wedding, here's one thing I should mention is the fact that, first of all, you don't go around lying to your family telling them that you told John Cena that you used to be married before Nikki Bella. Then, because what had happened was the fact that she said that she used to be married and everything, but here lied to her family saying that she told John that she used to be married and stuff like that, but John wound up finding out from Nikki and Brie's brother that she used to be married. And from there, that caused problems about 2 hours before Brie's wedding, which is the last thing Brie really wanted for her wedding. But after a while, John and Nikki both worked it out. But the thing is, Nikki, you should really be honest with the man about your life history so you're not hiding any secrets. It's not really a nice thing to do, but the wedding overall looked very well done. I liked how the way the whole setting was, everything went nice, and yeah, it was a very good wedding, I think it was. So the other thing I want to talk about we got a very surprising event that happened on Monday Night Raw, which is the fact that Seth Rollins had turned on the Shield. Now, this is just crazy just because earlier in the night, Batista had given word that, like, I got tired of all the promises and tired of being lied to, so I quit. Now, wrestling fans, just so you know, he's not really done with the company. He's just going to promote Guardians of the Galaxy, which comes out in August of this year. But here's the thing I don't quite get. Why would Seth Rollins join Evolution when I thought Shield was doing okay? Maybe this is Triple H's point to try to take down the Shield so they can have someone turn against them and go after them instead of being a part of the team. But really, I'd rather see Evolution just off the storylines completely. I don't care for the group. I never liked them and I never will like them. I don't understand why Rollins had to join the group, especially since he's still in his so-called gear after the whole thing had happened and everything. But I really hope this whole thing doesn't drag out too much longer, because I really want to see Evolution break off. I want to see Roman Reigns really become big in the company. Those are things I really want to see. And lastly, about Daniel Bryan's whole title thing, that I wish you a speedy recovery, because I'd rather have you keep the belt than be stripped of it. But depending on your health issues, we just got to see how things turn around. So I really hope things go okay for your neck and your arm, Bryan. So I wish you a speedy recovery, and I can't wait for your return to TV. So, alright everybody, well, that's all I got for tonight's show, and thanks again, and I'll see you all next week for another wonderful round episode.